All right, guys, welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here or you are returning and you haven't subscribed yet, if you like what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button as I do make daily gaming news content. But let's start off here and let's talk about E3. One of the things I always dreamt about going to was the E3 convention, going to the convention, to the show floor, going to all of the different booths and being able to try out all of the games that they had there, games that hadn't been released, games that they had shown off at the showcases during E3. And it looks like that's never going to be able to happen, as we got an official announcement from E3 saying after more than 2 decades of E3, each one bigger than the last, the time has come to say goodbye. Thanks for the memories. And this isn't really that surprising. E3 has been going back and forth as to whether they were going to make a true comeback and give it another try since the pandemic. The pandemic shut everything down. And I guess their bread and butter, which was having the convention center and getting people together and having all of the publishers and developers in that place where you were kind of forced to go there to see what was coming out, what was new and the new technologies. That all went away. And obviously the digital era, where if you're somebody like Xbox or Nintendo or PlayStation or the other publishers like Ubisoft and EA and stuff, you're sitting there thinking, why spend all this money to actually show up at these shows when you can just do everything via a digital stream? And that's kind of been the death nail for this conference. And I think it's actually very sad because E3 for me has always been a staple in my life every single summer. Excited to always see all of the showcases and to see what new games were going to be coming out in the future. Now, we still do have Summer Games Fest, and there are various other shows like Gamescom and stuff, but the main one, Summer Games Fest. And then you also have the Game Awards in December, where it's kind of like the winter E3 now, I would say. So those will be the main shows that people do look forward to. I wonder if there will ever be a time where somebody tries to bring back E3 and try to give competition to Jeff Keighley's show, because Jeff Keighley's show, I think, actually pretty good. We do get a lot of great announcements, but there's definitely room for some competition in here, where maybe we can get 2 major shows in the summer or 2 major shows throughout the year, and they're always competing against each other to improve. So sad times for E3. Unfortunately, we'll never be able to get there. The biggest thing there is, like, you had all of the community getting together in one place to check out all of the new games and talk about it. And I wonder if that will ever make a comeback in terms of having stuff on an actual show floor where media and fans and everything get to go there and actually try out the games. But it looks like for the foreseeable future, we won't be seeing any more E3. It's only going to be Summer Games Fest. Now let's jump over here. Let's talk about Larry Herb and Major Nelson. So Larry Herb and Major Nelson, as we know, left Xbox. I believe it was in the summer. And I think that was a big shock. He is getting up there in age and he is getting close to the retirement age. But he left Xbox. Again, he's been another staple at Xbox from the very beginning. And it looks like he is coming back now as an advisor for Midwest Games, a smaller games company there. But they tweet this out and say, "We are thrilled to announce Larry Herb joins Midwest Games as an advisor to our communications team. Larry spent the last 20 years at Microsoft and Xbox and brings a wealth of knowledge of the games industry and communications. Welcome aboard, Major Nelson." So he's an advisor. We have people here in the comments making fun of it and thinking that maybe he got fired from Xbox, and why would he be coming back to a company like this if he was actually retiring? And I mean, you see this happen all the time, not just in gaming, but in all walks of life, where someone has been at an organization for a very long time. They retire, they take a little bit of a break, a couple of months, and then they realize that they still want to go out and do stuff, and they sign on to another company as like an advisor, like Larry Herb is here. I'm guessing he's just going to be there providing all the knowledge to help Midwest Games grow. And I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't the last place that he ends up working, as his knowledge and everything that he's done at Xbox for the last 20 years is extremely knowledgeable. And other companies are going to always be out there trying to acquire his knowledge to help them improve. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. But good luck to Larry, because he was awesome when he was there at Xbox. Now, if you don't have an Xbox Series X yet, but you've been looking to get an Xbox Series X, now is the best time to get it. I mean, we had an incredible year in 2023. There are so many games in Xbox Game Pass that you can go and check out, whether that's first party or third party, whether it's indie games. And then the roadmap for 2024 is looking very promising with a bunch of stuff that is slated to be coming out, both from first party and from third party deals. I think we're going to get stuff earlier in the year that's going to be pretty exciting. So now is the time to pick up an Xbox Series X, and it's cheaper than ever at $399. Xbox here tweets out, "'Tis the season for powering your dreams. Grab an Xbox Series X now for only $399. And what's even crazier is yesterday, Target had a deal. I think it was for specific Target members of some sort of program they have, that you could actually pick up an Xbox Series X for $350. So these prices are coming down. They're trying to push as much inventory now as possible. And one thing though, with this version of the Xbox Series X, is that we did see that we potentially are going to be getting a refresh of the Series X coming up soon. Now, we don't know when this is happening, but this comes via the FTC core document leaks, where we essentially saw the entire roadmap and plans of Xbox for the future. And this was in there, which is the digital Xbox Series X with a couple of other improvements here that will be coming to this console. For example, reduced power consumption, the PSU power by 50%. There's also going to be, the design is going to be cylindrical, so it's different than the box. I don't think that is a major difference. And if you don't care about discs at all, this may be the one for you. And I wonder what they're going to end up pricing this at. If the Series X right now is $399, are they going to put this out at $499 or without a disk drive? I'm thinking this is going to be coming out at $399 at launch, on par with what the current Series X now has. It would just make sense because they're taking something away from this with it being all digital, with not having that disk drive. And maybe they'll also do like what the PS5 Slim has been doing, which is selling the disk drive on these sites. So you may want to wait for this one if you don't want that one, but we don't have any official announcement for this. But I'm thinking we're going to get an announcement for this in 2024. But it's just crazy how cheap getting a Series X now is. Relative to when it first came out, and with other markets out there, $399 in Canada, I think it's still at about $620 or something crazy like that. So it's unfortunate for other markets, but in the States, it's a great price. Now, if you love free games and you do play on PC, Epic Games Store will be giving away 17 free games over Christmas. I believe they are known for this. They've done this in the past. And here are, we don't know all the games that they are going to be giving out, but if you do log in to the Epic Games Store during those 7 days, you get to claim that game. And we have an update here. It says Destiny 2 Legacy Collection is now free to claim, and it will be replaced by another mystery title in 7 days. And the Epic Game Store has launched its holiday sale and stuff, so you can get some great deals. But keep your eyes open on the Epic Game Store, as apparently they're going to be giving 17 free games away over Christmas. And this is according to the reliable leaker Bill Kuhn. So nothing official here from Epic themselves, but you can almost bet that this is going to be happening, as they always have these pretty big promotions over Christmas. So free games on PC. Who doesn't like free games? I will be definitely making sure that I don't miss out claiming those games. Even if I don't play them in the near future, at least I'll have them in my catalog, and at some point I will jump into them. All right, let's talk about Blade again, because is it exclusive? Is it not exclusive? That conversation for some reason is still going on. We know it is going to be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. The reason why that conversation is happening is because at the Game Awards, when they showed off and announced Blade, they had no Xbox branding for the trailer. And I can totally understand the questioning for people who have not been following Xbox or following their strategy, following the fact that Arcane is an Xbox first party studio, to ask, is this game an Xbox exclusive? But for people who know what Xbox is doing, we know that it is going to be an Xbox exclusive. And they finally put the trailer here up on their channel for Blade, the announcement trailer, in beautiful 4K. I've watched it a couple of times here, just kind of looking at the detail with the graphic and the art style, and it is really grown on me, as especially when they're just cutting his beard. It's really beautiful, and I'm excited to see how this is all going to translate into an actual game. But you can see they actually do here have the Xbox logo and branding at the beginning, and they have it as well at the end. So maybe that's going to ease some people's worries about it being an Xbox exclusive, but you should be expecting this game to be launching wherever Xbox Game Pass is. Now let's talk about a game that a lot of people have been speculating about. We keep talking about it. It hasn't been announced. And I guess there's more and more skepticism as to whether this will come out. To me, it's an absolute no-brainer for this game to come out. I think it would be great. And that is a Gears collection. My favorite compilation by far in the history of video games, all in one package, is the Master Chief Collection. And I feel like if they were to release a Gears collection, it would rival that. It would be up there if they did it right with all the multiplayer maps and just having everything synced into one system. And you have all the single player campaigns you can play through, brand new achievements, brand new progress tracking within the game of all the stuff that you've completed, like they have in the Master Chief Collection. That would be phenomenal. Two of my top favorite franchises of all time having these compilations is what I would love to see. And the Marcus Fenix collection, essentially, it could still be real. They could still announce it, as we have Idle Sloth here saying that Mr. Boomstick XL has heard someone has actually seen it, and it does 1000% exist. He says the Marcus Fenix collection is in fact real. Now, again, we have no confirmation. This is just a rumor. Take this with a grain of salt, but this is something that a lot of people have talked about and rumored now for a while. I'm a little skeptical because we keep hearing about it and we haven't seen it yet. And you would think something like this, putting together games that are already made into one package, would be a no-brainer, and they wouldn't have to have years and years of development for getting this thing together compared to making a brand new game from the ground up. I feel like a Marcus Fenix collection would be perfect to announce ASAP if Gear 6 isn't coming out for another year or so, just to kind of hold the Gears fans over. I think Gears is at that point right now where fans like myself and others out there, we're getting a little restless. We want something. We want something new from Gears. We want to see what they have. 2019 was the last time that Gears was released with Gears 5, and that was a great game. But I mean, we need something new here, and I feel like this would hold some fans over while we wait for Gear 6. I feel if they're going to announce it, I think it's going to be one of those things where they show off Gear 6 for the first time, and then they announce that the Marcus Fenix collection or the Gears collection will be playable very soon while we wait for Gear 6 to come out. The other thing people are still waiting for is Fallout 4's next generation update. We've been hearing about this. Where is it? Is it coming? And it's finally been address as to whether it is coming. It says here, in a short but sweet post on Twitter, Bethesda Game Studios has finally addressed the long-awaited Fallout 4 next-gen update, but it might not be the news we're all waiting for. This update was first revealed in 2022, and since then, fans of the 2015 post-apocalyptic bestseller have been waiting patiently, but over time, that patience has been turning to irritation as Bethesda has remained relatively silent on the topic. And here's what they say on Twitter. Thank you for your patience with us as we work on the Fallout 4 Next Gen update. We know you're excited, and so are we, but we need a bit more time and look forward to an exciting return to the Commonwealth in 2024. So 2024, it looks like when we will be getting this update. And you know what? I mean, I want this. I'm going to definitely play it when it does come out. The thing here is 2023, there's been so many games. I haven't really thought about this next gen update so much where I'm like frustrated or irritated about it because I've been playing other stuff. But if I feel like this would be a perfect thing to just give as a shadow drop early on in 2024 during an Xbox showcase, similar to something that they did with Hi-Fi Rush, and just say, go play it now. It is ready for you guys to go check out the upgraded version of Fallout 4. I think that's what's going to happen. But this is just another thing, another game that's going to be coming out in 2024 from Xbox on top of their huge lineup of stuff that is supposed to be ending up releasing next year. I'm excited to see if they're going to have a showcase at the beginning in January or February, like they did on January 25th of 2023, the developer direct, and just give us some dates of when we can expect stuff to be releasing from Xbox. And finally, let's check out this one here, because as we know, Insomniac did get hacked. We know Insomniac makes Spider-Man, and it looks like they're going to continue to make Spider-Man, of course, because of how well it sells. It's an IP that is easy to sell, and they make great versions of the Spider-Man games. So they're going to continue to double down on making sure they make games that people want to go out and buy. And it looks like they are going to be making a Spider-Verse game. Looks like this one is in development from these leaked documents. It says the ransomware attack was confirmed by Sony, which confirmed that sensitive employee information was compromised and spotted by Reddit user SUT345. 3 of these yet to be announced projects are RCE, Spider-Man 3, and Spider-Verse. It's already known that Insomniac is working on a multiplayer project, which has led fans to speculate that it could be the Spider-Verse project. And this is what this Reddit user says. They say, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if Insomniac's multiplayer game is a Spider-Verse game where you get to create your own spider character, full suit customization, select what powers you want. So there you have it. Looks like Spider-Verse is in development, and I think this would be kind of cool as a good idea, honestly, as a multiplayer game. Tons of people will end up checking this out, and that's what they would want. And the question would be, would they only release this on the PS5, or would they try to get this out on PC as well to get as many people jumping into it as well? So the Spider-Verse universe is awesome. I mean, the movies are great. So making a game, especially with that stylized graphics, I think is a very smart idea. I'm hoping that Insomniac doesn't just only focus on Spider-Man for the foreseeable future. I would love for them to bring back other stuff and bring back a Resistance or something along those lines. We also know that they are working on Marvel's Wolverine, so they are seemingly just going to be continuing with Marvel IPs going forward. But we'll wait and see if all of this is true. This leak is giving us information that I'm sure Insomniac doesn't want us to know right now, and we're planning on making announcements throughout 2024 because we don't know what's coming from PlayStation in 2024. I know I've said this multiple videos, but that's the fact of the matter. I own a PS5, so for me personally, I want to know what am I going to be playing from first party on my PS5 in 2024, and as of right now, it is absolutely nothing. But I'm going to end the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you are new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Bye.